Central Asian nations of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan have signed deals with the U.S., signaling diversification of relations away from China and Russia. At the sideline meetings of the UN General Assembly 2025, Uzbekistan signed an $8.5 billion deal to purchase 22 Boeing 787 passenger jets for its national carrier, while Kazakhstan signed a $4.2 billion agreement with Wabtec, a U.S. rail equipment firm, for the purchase of 300 locomotives for its national railway system. President of Uzbekistan Shavkat Mirziyoyev's press office said the discussions focused on further expanding strategic partnership relations and implementing joint cooperation projects in priority areas. The Uzbek leader expressed the intention to conclude business deals with U.S. firms worth about $105 billion. Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev commended U.S. President Donald Trump for his leadership in advancing pragmatic diplomacy. U.S. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick touted the deal as a landmark deal that advances U.S. manufacturing jobs and accelerates growth, opportunity, and connectivity in America and Central Asia. Mamuka Tsereteli said, "China and Russia seek control and domination. The U.S. approach is more beneficial, both for the Central Asian states and the global economy. The U.S. is interested in free and open access to Central Asian resources and in greater integration of these resources in the global economy." Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan, as well as other Central Asia countries, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan, have entered into the Belt and Road Initiatives, BRI, a brainchild of Chinese leader Xi Jinping to build global infrastructure to boost trade. BRIs have often been criticized as debt trap diplomacy. Over the past decade, debt trap diplomacy has emerged as a significant instrument for China to advance its BRI. The inability of certain nations, such as Sri Lanka and various African countries, to repay their loans has resulted in China acquiring ownership of key infrastructure, including ports and mines. By the end of 2023, Uzbekistan's debt to China amounted to nearly $3.8 billion, representing just under 13% of its total external debt. China is the largest trading partner of Kazakhstan and second largest for Uzbekistan. China benefited significantly from trade, exporting more than it imports from these two countries. Uzbekistan's trade deficit with China had widened to $3.2 billion in the first half of this year, from $5.7 billion in 2024. Kazakhstan's trade deficit with China had deteriorated to $1.8 billion in the first half of this year, from $0.4 billion in 2024.